Hello and welcome to episode 26 of Series 5 of Master League Story Mode. Now just a quick reminder, as I mentioned in the last, I think, Master League Story Mode episode, it might have been in Become a Legend, but I can't remember. This weekend I'm moving out of my house, moving all of my stuff into storage and then moving to my in-laws for maybe 2 or 3 weeks until my new house is finished. So things are a little bit difficult at the moment in terms of time, in terms of where I'm going to record, all of those things. So as I mentioned, uploads might become a little bit more sporadic. They might be on different days. Didn't manage to get an episode out on Friday. This one might be coming out on Saturday or Sunday. I found a little pocket of time, but I don't have much time. So we'll just go through a few more negotiations now. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. And we might get to play the first game of the Champions Cup, which will be interesting. And we'll see how it pans out. Join me for the ride. It won't be a half-hour transfer special like the last one, I don't think. But we've got a few bits to tidy up. And we also need to send out the scouts, which is always very exciting. So we'll do that first. We do have a few scouts already out looking around England for stuff, but this central midfield one seems to be a bit of a waste. We're not getting any of the players we want. Put the call out to the patrons, the people who donate to this channel every month via Patreon to help support me and help grow the channel. And they decided that we want to be looking in Italy. I don't think we ever really go to Italy, but it seems like the smart thing to do would be, if we are going to Italy, then we look for a centre-back. And I know a lot of you think that we do need a new centre-back, so I like the idea of a young Italian centre-back talent who could potentially be long-term replacement for Pontus Jansson, who, as I've mentioned, I do think is good enough for the Premier League, but it wouldn't hurt to have some backup there. So we'll send that out. The striker isn't bringing us back a huge amount. The keeper, I think there's more to be had in England for keepers overall rating. So I think we'll keep the goalkeeper scout in England. We are going to have another look for, I think we need a right winger, and we'll go to Italy. We'll look for still developing as well. We'll see what comes back there. Quick reminder of the players we've got lined up. Divock Origi, 8 million transfer fee, 1.7 million salary. That salary is probably going to be a killer for us. I don't think we're ever going to be able to afford that salary. Fabri and Adrian are the two keepers we've got lined up at the moment. Both improvements over Vita Minoni, and Vita Minoni's sale would pretty much cover the salary and transfer fee for either of them. I think a lot of you suggested that Adrian probably would be the better value option. There's not much between them, and Adrian only wants 1.1 million salary. We're still negotiating on him. We might be able to get that lower. Fabri, maybe not. Druisi is a loan signing we looked at. I don't think we'd be able to get him on a full signing because he wasn't interested in a full signing, but a 2 million transfer for an exciting young winger who can play as a striker, is a good finisher, not a great passer. That's definitely an option. I think the winger position is maybe where we should use our loan, and we should try and sign a really exciting winger, because although Nkudu and Jack were very efficient last season, they don't quite have that X factor that some of our other players have, and I feel like if we had that option on the wing, that would really make us a difficult proposition. And then finally, Callum. Or he's not he's a big lad. And I think he's exactly the right player for us. Obviously, the problems that we've got with Callum Patterson, trying to sign him from Espanyol, is the only thing we could get away with really was a 7.2 million release fee, which is less than the transfer fee we're going to pay. In terms of transfer fee and a salary under $1 million, I'm pretty pleased with that. We've managed to knock his salary down by 200,000 from what he's on at Espanyol. He is the ultimate Isla replacement. I think a lot of you in the comments thought he was a great option. So we're going to pull the trigger. It's a trigger that needs to be pulled. Oh, we don't have the salary for it. Okay. So we might have to go, and who do we have? So we need to do a little something in here. Minoni we've had a bid in for. We do want to sell Minoni. So we will have to sell him now to free up the extra 100,000 salary we need to sign Patterson. But that's fine. We're going to sign either Adrian or Fabri, or maybe we wait. It's not going to be ideal to have Peacock Farrell in goal for the Champions Cup. But if we have to do that, then, as I've said, we're in a position now where we need to be wheeling and dealing like Harry Redknapp on crack. And at the moment, these are the sort of things that we're going to have to do. One of the things with Vito is that he's one of our homegrown players, but as he goes out, Callum Patterson, obviously homegrown as well, will come in and take up that spot. I think we've got 9, maybe 8, so we're running it pretty fine in terms of homegrown. So let's get that done. Accept the terms there. Vita Minoni, well, he had a mixed time, didn't he, last season? At the beginning of the season, he couldn't save anything, and actually our saves per game was comically low for the season. Showed a little bit of form in the run-in, possibly in some games was the difference for us, but we can do better, and he's on a very big salary, so he had to go, unfortunately. But we can now go and bring in, and it's a shame I can't do a Scottish accent because maybe I'll try and learn one, but it's Callum Paterson. Probably the most exciting signing I've made in a long time. He does feel like a gem that has been unearthed. He can also play up front. He's a decent finisher as well. The passing's there. He's not in decline yet. I think we've hit the jackpot here. He's also got fighting spirit, which is excellent. An early cross, heading, long throw as well. He's got a little bit of everything, and I really like the look of him. So there we are. Bring him in. 19 million and 1.3 million in our transfer and salary budgets. I think we might be able to make another signing soon. So if we wanted to, we couldn't sign Origi now. We could sign Druisi on the loan transfer, but I want to hold off on using that loan. We haven't quite got enough of Fabry, but we could sign Adrian now. But we'll just hold off on that for the minute. There was one player I wanted to look at from one of Bielsa's link sides, and that is Athletic Bilbao. We're looking for an exciting winger who can light up the Premier League. And Bilbao have got a couple. Obviously, the best one would be Inaki Williams, who is a very, very good player. He's like the ultimate version of Nkudu, if Nkudu was a bit better, but also quite tall and also a decent finisher. But unfortunately, he's just out of reach at the moment, 81. But I do like and have always liked Ika Munayin in the sort of Wellington Nem mould, for those of you who watched the last series. He's a little bit weak, but he's got a nice spread of stats. He's a good technical player. Great on the ball, good attacking prowess, good passer. He would offer something a little bit different to both Jack and Nkudu. We've got Guanca coming in, who's a similar player who could be playing out on the left. But Munayin can play either side, so I just want to see what a loan transfer for him would look like. It would be an expensive loan. We can't actually do it yet. We'll bear him in mind though. 3.5 million for the loan might be too much. So let's crack on. 17th of July, Champions Cup coming soon, but see if we can get another deal done before then. So Adrian is back, Vito Minoni is gone, and Callum Paterson has joined up with the squad. Let's see how he slots into this side. He's going to be great. I can just feel it. So Matty drops to the bench. We do only take one team spirit hit there. It looks like Guanca be out on the left. Probably in for Big Pablo there. We are still missing that right wing, which would be Big Jack. But Brunetta can sit in there for the minute. Well, I suppose actually it make more sense to have it like that. So Callum Paterson, 75 rated when he drops into the central midfield position, which he will do in possession alongside Facundo Cobos. Adding a little bit of Scottish steel to that South American midfield. And then, look at that, 78 rating he drops in as a right back. He's absolutely the perfect player for us. No doubt about it. Obviously, our team spirit is taking a big hit at the moment. I think our next players, it would be good to try and line them up with our style of play. Let's go and have a look and see. What's Adrian going to be? 1.1 million, that's fine. 6 million transfer, it's pretty good value, really. Not a hell of a lot cheaper than Fabry, and Fabry is the better keeper in theory, but there's not a lot in it. Again, I think we'll hold off on that. Could Origi be the really exciting right winger that we wanted? I think we would like someone with a little bit more craft. There's someone, I can't remember who it was, pointing out in the comments, he would be the chaos to this side. He's tempting, he is tempting. He's actually not a bad passer. Pretty good on the ball. He's powerful. We can't write him off. We can't get rid of him. 1.7 million salary is going to be the big stumbling block there. And he'd rather play out on the left, which is a bit of an issue. We'd really rather have someone who can play on the right, who's right-footed. Druisi also plays on the left. Does Guanca play on the right? Can he play on the right? No, he doesn't. Okay, we really could do with the right wing specific player. That would be ideal. So just going to have a look now at a few of the suggested players. I've got a lot of great suggestions for players. Some of you need to go back into the first episode and look at the rules around which sides we can sign players from. I really appreciate all the suggestions, but we do have some quite strict rules as to who we can sign, who we can't. A lot of you also suggested ones within the rules that just weren't quite right for whatever reason. But long-time watcher, Kakarot, suggested a couple of great ones. This guy, Komar, from Cordoba, Argentinian, 23-year-old big old lad. He'd be excellent. Unfortunately, he doesn't look like he wants to sign for us now, but we're certainly going to put him on the list. Another one was this great Argentinian utility player who could play both the Cobos and now Paterson positions. Again, he's not particularly interested in signing for us, but we will put him on the list because he can play pretty much everywhere we need. He would be a perfect signing for us. He's only worth 4 million if we could have got him in. It doesn't look like he wants to sign. I mean, even for 6 million, that's probably going to be too much. He's not interested, is he? But maybe one day. And Harsh here, a great commenter, suggested Thiago Mendes from Lille, which was an absolutely incredible suggestion. Unfortunately, again, he doesn't seem to be that interested in coming to us. But he's got a lovely spread of stats. He's a great all-rounder. Could play in that Patterson position or out on the wing, but we'll definitely add him to the list for future reference. So, loving all the suggestions, some great ones coming in. And obviously, I always take them on board. Right, again, let's keep going. We need the scouts to come back pretty soon. We're pretty much relying on them now. And the scouts are back. I just realised that we didn't need to sell Manoni to bring him in, did we? We had Cooper ready to sell. Or did we have Cooper ready to sell? Oh no, we don't. No, we've still got players interested in him. So, okay, we did need to sell Manoni. I don't really want to go into this Juventus game with Peacock, Farrell in goal, but I think we're going to have to, rather than pull the trigger early on Adrian when there could be better options. Let's go and see what the scout has got for us. It is a keeper, and interesting. It's Romero. Manchester United second keeper. Sergio Romero, I mean, he's obviously got a lot of experience. Interesting to compare him to Adrian. Again, though, I think they're all going to be fairly similar, aren't they, really? Let's take a look. So, Adrian is 78 rated, Fabry 79, Romero 79. I think we want a shot stopper. That seems to be what we really struggle with. So, Romero does have the best reflexes of the three. He's got very poor stamina. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're so similar, aren't they? Question is, what would we be able to get him for? 6 million, perhaps. He wants a big old salary, as you'd expect from someone at United. Offer him 2 years and a nice big win bonus. I don't really mind giving him a big release fee, actually, because if he goes, we'll be able to replace him. There's no doubt about that. So we'll try him at 1.2 mil. It's probably not going to be better than Adrian. That might be the one we go with, Adrian. And just before we get into the Juventus game, we get an extra 54,000. Wow, that is life-changing money there into the salary budget. We've still got 19,000 in the transfer budget, so plenty of money to spend, really. Let's see if the scout's got a gem for us. How is the Italy trip going? Lemos, centre-back, 78. Oh my god, it's meant to be. Is it meant to be? Can we have him twice? Jan Karamo. Oh, surely not. Surely. Ain't no other Jan but you, sung the crowds of Clermont and Arsenal in the last series. I mean, that is tempting, isn't it? That is very tempting. We love him like a son on this channel. We could get him for 4.2 mil. I mean, that is impossible to turn down, surely. Try and secure him for 3 years. Give him a big old goal bonus. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments about this. I don't tend to go back in Master League. That's generally always been my rule, even before I started playing this. If I've had a player 1 year in Master League, I very rarely sign him again. But is this scout? Is it meant to be? Is this a sign? To sign Jan? I mean, we'll have to leave it because we don't have any space left to do it. But it looks like we could get him very cheaply. So let me know what you think about that. I mean, we know all about him. He's a great all-rounder, powerful player. Very quick as well. He seems to have sped up a little bit. Sure, he wasn't that quick before. Only 21 years old. Incredible player. He's going to develop. We know that. Lemos. Uruguayan centre-back. Interesting. You can play as an extra front man. I like that in my centre-backs. Oh, hello. That is an intriguing set of stats already. I don't know how he can play as an extra front man with 58 finishing. But look at that. He is balanced. Very balanced. He's got long ball expert, dipping shot, knuckle shot. This guy's interesting. What are they asking for? Oh, we can get him on a steal. We can get him for an absolute steal. That is some scouting of the highest order. We could get him for... wow, well. Jan Karamo and Lemos coming in. That's got to be very tempting. That is some top-class scouting there. We can't do either of them yet because we're trying to decide between these three. I don't know about Sergio Romero. How old is he? 32. They're all 32, all of these three keepers. They're all pretty much as good as the other. Nothing really stands out amongst any of them. Adrian's got great reflexes. They've all got 6 form. I mean, they're all big. Slightly less salary for Adrian, only just a little bit less. 6 million. It's pretty big how much we pay for either one of them. Oh, well, if we do want a centre back, we've got a perfect one lined up there. I would like, I don't know. That's really thrown a spanner in the works. My instinct is not to go for Big Yam, just because, you know, there's a world of players out there. Why would we have a player we've already had? Yes, we do have Jack Harrison in this, but that was become a legend, and also he was already at Leeds, so it's a little bit different. But we are going to get into a game in this episode, which is a nice change. And Big PT Pablo has had an offer from Malmo, and we're into the Champions Cup now, and the missions have been updated. Please don't tell me you want us to win the Champions Cup. Yes, of course you do. We're at 46% owner trust right now, which is good. We could do with whatever money this Champions Cup is potentially going to give us. Let's take a look quickly. How much can PT Pablo net us? 6.7 million. Yeah, I mean, we could probably let him go if we need to. Let's just check the homegrown rule again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're on 9, so we can sell one more English player. So, slightly new look team at the moment. We're still missing a few players, and we are on 76 team spirit as a result. Mount's going to have to start out on the right today. New signing Guanca out on the left. Left-footed, cultured winger. Probably the best free signing we've ever made in Master League Story Mode. He looks like he could slot straight in. He's a great passer. He can finish. I don't see many issues with this game. He's even relatively quick. Patterson in today, obviously. A man mountain. Look at that. 84 physical contact. 86 jump. Speed, explosive power is all there. He's a decent finisher. He's got some creative abilities. And he's got 90 stamina. And he's got fighting spirit. I mean, he's going to work and work. And he's going to need to today against this Juventus side, who are packed full of quality. Kadira, Chan, Pjanic in the centre. Will they be able to handle our dynamic trio there? Well, probably. And then, yeah, there's not a single player below 80 rated throughout the side. Bernardeschi, Ronaldo, Douglas Costa up top. It's going to be a tricky one. And we have gone down significantly in team spirit, haven't we? That is obviously an issue with bringing in new players. If we can keep it at 75 or above with all the new players coming in, then I'll be fairly happy. Peacock Farrell in goal. He's going to have his work cut out today. Let's see how we get on. So 2 new signings in today, and 76 team spirit is going to make this already difficult game very difficult. Now, I quite like the fact, I don't mind Leeds being in the ICC. It seems we did actually win the championship. When we started our Become a Legend series, Eggy was playing for Waslam Beveren, who didn't win anything, and they're in the ICC. That's a bit stupid. I don't agree with that. That was a bit of a mistake from Konami, I think. But this is fine. Chucking in a wild card of a championship team, especially the championship champions, into this is acceptable to me. There's Peacock Farrell. Oh, of course, he's got the wrong face, hasn't he? That isn't Peacock Farrell. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, this is going to be a big test for this side. They've had a little bit of time off over the summer. As I said, 2 new signings into this side. So not a huge change. Mount's still out on the wing. Long term, that's not where we want him. But let's see how we get on against some very tough opposition here. It'll be a good test for us going into the Premier League. We're going to have games of this calibre to deal with very regularly. So if we can show a little bit of something today, that'll give us a nice boost in confidence going into the new season. Right, let's do it. Juventus just stroking it around here. Pjanic, we know how deadly he is. This is dangerous here. Ronaldo allowed to turn. Peacock Farrell, great save. And there's going to need to be a few more of them in this game, I'm sure, from our second keeper. Ronaldo now. Oh, slips a lovely ball out to Douglas Costa. Cuts back inside of Martinez. Low ball in is dangerous. Kobos, though, aware of the danger. Martinez, great distribution to find Guanca. Little chip into Romero. Lovely work there. Brunetta. Kobos again into the new signing Guanca with a bit of space now to run at this Juventus defence. Cuts inside of Cancelo. Now Guanca into the box. Looks for the low ball into Maxi Romero. Great effort. Maxi Romero almost opening his account for the season there. Nice ball into Kobos there. Brunetta sprays it wide to Guanca. He's had a decent start to his debut. Finds Facundo Kobos. They're going to need to build a good relationship. Back out to the new signing Guanca. Takes it inside. Looks to find the shot here. Patterson will have a go. Oh! Oh! It's Wee Callum! Wee Callum scores on his debut. And that is a great finish from a man we've got so many expectations for this season. And wow. I mean, does it get any better than that? Scoring against Juventus in your first game in a Leeds shirt. I mean, we saw Isla be an absolutely crucial part of this side. And we wondered whether he'd be replaceable, whether we needed to sign him again, even though he was ageing. But Callum Paterson was found by some excellent scouting. And this has fallen to him fairly fortunately here. But it's a good turn. And then he curls it past the keeper. Szczesny. Hands on his head. Face on the floor. I can't believe this. It's always great to see a player score on his debut, especially one that we really wanted to do well. And as we saw with Isla, he's in a very central position when we do have the ball. And he's finished so well there, and we're off to an incredible start. Ronaldo. Wide to Bernardeschi. Bit of danger here with half an hour gone. Away from Pontus Jansson. Does well to get the ball in, but Bernardo reads it really well. Brunetta, great turn. Great pass. Now Mason Mount into the centre. Looking for the run of Maxi Romero. Lovely take from him. Looks to chip. Oh, I don't know if Szczesny got a touch on that, but we could have finished that in a more conventional way and we could have been 2 up. Let's see. Did he get a touch? No, he didn't. Maxi Romero should have been more ruthless there. We could have gone in at the half with a 2-goal advantage. Danger here. Big danger. Khedira into Ronaldo. Martinez across. Doesn't get to him. Now Douglas Costa. Bernardo trying to cover Ronaldo. And he does a very good job of it. Bernardeschi. Bernardo misses his tackle this time. Ball's a good one into Ronaldo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, danger here with no time left on the clock. I didn't want to go with him. Oh, you fucking dick. I don't know what happened there. Tried to follow Ronaldo with Jansson. I don't know what happened there. Just wouldn't let me deselect. That's so annoying. Well, we got caught with a stupid goal there. 2 minutes into the first half injury time. It's just not good enough. We deserve to be winning here. We were the better side throughout that game. More possession, more shots. That's a real difficult one to take, right? Let's keep this up. Let's keep doing it. Bielsa will have very little to say other than just keep doing what you're doing. We can win this one. Oh, now Juventus turning on the style here. Bernardeschi can put a ball into the box. Cristiano Ronaldo not allowed to turn by Big Pontus. That is how you defend against Cristiano Ronaldo. Kobos gets it away to Brunetta. He's away from his man. Maxi Romero, first time effort. Oh no. Bernardeschi. Oh, lovely touch away from Jansson. Through on goal here. Ah, fuck. Oh, that was a good finish. And somehow we just had no cover out on the left-hand side. Bernardeschi, lovely turn away from Pontus Jansson. And we're done there. It's a good finish in the end. Peacock Farrell couldn't get anything on it. That's gutting. Mount now. Gets inside of Khedira. Just about finds Brunetta. Back to Paterson. Maxi Romero turns away from Rugani. He'll get the shot off here. Great effort on his left foot. Szczesny does enough. We're still pushing him though. So free kick opportunity here. It's quite far out. Probably too far for Mason Mount to really test. Szczesny! Oh, it's off the bar and into the back of the Polish keeper. And we're level here again. Mason Mount opens his account for the season with a thunderous free kick. It was a long way out. I mean, it did hit the bar. It was in a good position. But Szczesny, who was desperately clawing for it, was caught out by the rebound. And it's game on here again. Look at this. Well, a little bit of luck, little slice of luck, but we've deserved it with the play that we've been showing today. Oh, Bernardo's done there by Bernardeschi. Makes up the ground though. Brazilian stays with him. That's a lovely ball into Pjanic. Back to Ronaldo. Ah, fuck. Well, we were picked apart there far too easily. We can't seem to hold on to this lead. I mean, we couldn't hold on to leads against championship sides, so where's the chance with Pjanic? I mean, Ronaldo, very cleverly there, just stayed a bit deeper, didn't get involved, pulled back a little. Easy finish for him in the end. Oh, it's very well worked here. And now Costa, with Ronaldo ahead of him, manages to find a way off from Pizarro. His shot is saved well this time, but they're starting to turn the screw here. Oh, it's a crafty short corner. Ronaldo's there with the header. Oh, what is that? Is that an own goal? How has that gone in? That is poor. Nice short free kick there into Mason Mount. Oh, Sandro elbows him in the face in the box. And we get nothing. Paterson out to Mount, inside to Brunetta, who I think is showing that he's maybe not going to be of the quality we need for the Premier League. Guanca back to Kobos. Lovely ball back into the new signing. Into the box now. Low ball back, looking for... Oh, nice idea. Oh, Patterson. Strong running from him late in the game. Steps inside, finds Maxi Romero into Matty, the substitute. Romero can turn here. Oh, he's taken out there, surely. Ref! And that's full time here, and I think we showed a pretty decent game there to Juventus. Obviously one of the best sides in the world. We got picked apart by some cheap goals. The Ronaldo header at the end, but I didn't even want to watch it. That was so weak. He gets the match ball today. His second goal was much better. He pulled off into a good position. Bernardeschi's goal was a bit weak. Janssen maybe showing he's a little bit flat-footed against opposition of that quality. But we showed plenty in this game to be proud of. We kept the ball well. We created chances. I don't think there's any reason why that couldn't have been a draw or better for us. So, yeah, got to be positive. Pretty poor start there to Guanca's career at Leeds. 4.5, not really involved. Patterson obviously was great. He showed a lot of running, obviously the finishing as well. Mount, still don't want him out on the wing, but he has to be there for now. Brunetta, I don't think is going to be good enough. Janssen might not be good enough, but we've got that other centre-back to look at, haven't we? So not the ideal start. Marseille overcoming Leverkusen, and at least we haven't got quite as bad goal difference as Leverkusen, so that could maybe get us a little bit more money. I don't know if you get anything for third spot. So Romero is back. We can continue negotiating with him. I think we can decide on one of these keepers now. So it's either going to be... so Romero is 6.2, 1 point... So almost identical between Romero. Fabry just a little bit more expensive. But we're talking hundreds of thousands difference on both salary and transfer fee, really. There's not a lot in it. I thought Peacock Farrell did alright actually in that game. To be fair to him. None of them have got the low goalkeeper punt, which is the one I really like, which Manoni did actually have. Both of them have got the high punt, that's not particularly useful. Long throw, I guess, is a better one to have. Well, I think we might put a vote out on this one. Which of these three keepers should we go for? There's so little to choose between them that maybe Adrian being the cheapest is the way to go. Origi still tempting, especially seeing as Guanca didn't look particularly great in that game, although it's maybe a little bit too early to judge for him. But yeah, Origi on the left, Caramo on the right. Totally new wing duo. That would be certainly an interesting one. Although Origi's going to be expensive. Droisi, we do like Droisi. He would be okay on the left. Not a great passer though. He's a good finisher. Still not 100% sure on him. So we are now into our second game of the Champions Cup. We're up against Marseille. Should be an interesting one. I'm afraid this is where we're going to have to leave things today. The vote will be going out, obviously, as to which of the three keepers we should be signing. Once we've got that out of the way, we won't have any wage budget to work with, but we can still look for another player. We do obviously really like the look of Lemos and Jan Caramo. I'm thinking probably not Jan Caramo, actually, but Lemos definitely one to look at. As we saw, we can sell PT Pablo to free up a little bit of salary budget. We may be able to sell Matty as well. So join me in the next episode to see how we get on in the final two games of the Champions Cup, and then we need to make some big decisions around signings. We've made two already. We're definitely going to have a keeper coming in, and then we need a winger, right winger really. Ideally a centre forward and a centre back. We need to sign a lot of players which we don't have the money for. So how will we do there? As always, leave me any suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you in a bit.